All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special video we have here with one of our partners, Brody. Unfortunately, Zoen couldn't make it with us, but he'll be on the next one. And basically, this is just going to be a video of kind of talking a little bit about Brody, understanding what it is we do if you're doing more research on that, and asking about his experience directly, and how he's had his experience with Insight AI so far. So if you don't mind, Brody, starting off with just introducing a little bit about yourself, kind of we'll start there.
Okay, so my name is Brody Alexander. I'm 17 years old. I just finished high school, and I'm taking a year off from university just to figure stuff out. I tried many different business types. I tried to do drop shipping a while ago. That didn't work. I tried to do advertising organically for small businesses. That didn't work. I tried doing Forex for a while as well, but I lacked the knowledge to do it. But one day I stumbled across Nick's Instagram post, and I got fascinated by it because I never really seen AI, and I always wanted to get into this industry, but I never really knew how. Um, so I reached out to him. I found out about the program, and I bought in.
Awesome. And so you mentioned you were doing other things before, and this kind of like stood out. Is there any reason why specifically?
Because this wasn't saturated. A lot of the methods I saw were always on the internet. I would see many videos about it every day, but I just wouldn't see anything about it. And I knew that this was new, this was fresh. I knew there's a lot of money to be made.
And that's specifically conversational AI, correct? Right? Because
Yeah.
you know it's kind of like an upcoming trend with ChatGPT and all these AI tools. So yeah, awesome. So that's good to know some background, a little bit about you. What can you kind of tell people about your experience? So how long have you been with us, for example, and what are you guys at right now in your stage?
So I started with Insight around, I think, 2 months ago. I spent like a month setting up the company, figuring out what I needed to do, what niche I wanted to target. And then I launched. And 4 days in, I got a deal for 34,000. And as of now, we're waiting to close a lot more deals, heading towards the six-figure mark. So
Wow.
it's pretty exciting.
Awesome. Yeah. And I know we've been kind of speaking back and forth. We're in touch, right, with all of our partners pretty much. We don't like to think of it as a program. It's more of a direct partnership with every single person working with you directly. So how was kind of like, what's your feedback and how was the experience of, let's say, the support and the information given? Like, how valuable was that in order to relay that onto your clients to be able to collect 34 grand in 4 days after launching, right? Like a lot of people don't even, I mean, a lot of people your age at 17 are making that per year, right? And you did that 4 days into launch. So what do you think kind of got you there from like the resources and the information given, specifically on, let's say, like the platform itself or like the knowledge? Um,
So with the modules, I learned a lot. I pretty much went into this with zero sales knowledge. I would go in, do advertising for businesses, as I said before. So I already knew that organically was the way to go about this. I've done so far zero advertisements. I have not spent a single dime on advertisements. I've been going straight organic, and it's been working very, very well. Just because businesses love to hear about AI, and they're fascinated when I tell them about it. Um, so for our first client, we reached out to her and then went into the business.
mhm.
Uh, what we did was we built a custom demo. We asked her for a script or what she was actually trying to sell, and we built a custom demo for her before going in. We went in, we started pitching. She wasn't very serious at first, but the moment we showed the demo, she was pretty much ready to sign.
Yeah, so it was kind of like the difference of right now. So right now, conversational AI has been kind of popping up more recently, like as you guys probably heard Airs popping up, Vappy, Bland. And there's like a small percentage of people in the online space where a lot of people have become aware and they have a lot of options. But what a lot of people don't know, and the route that Brody and Zoen took, that's quite different, and we've started implementing now and realized, is that 99.9% of businesses in person are not in that small niche market online that have heard of AI and have all these other options. Like, the reason why it was so valuable when they showed her the demo was because she'd never heard of this in her entire life. She didn't even know it existed, right? So the fact that there's no competition to go to, right? It's a really strong offer that she's never heard of. They can leverage charging that 34K price, right? When your offer is that good, you don't need to have good sales experience. You don't need to be 30 years old with a degree or whatever, right? That's why the 17-year-old could charge 34 grand 4 days after starting his business with zero sales experience, zero business experience, because the offer is so strong, right? And right now we're working on. So at the time they'd signed her and like contracted, and then you guys have how much in open-ended deals?
Over 100K waiting to close.
So over 100K in open-ended deals because they didn't know that this was going to happen so quickly because the offer is so strong. And a lot of people don't understand that, like, when you have a product and the work that we've put in and reinvesting back into the platform to make it that strong where you have that wow factor, that is why our partners were able to close like that. It's it's just almost too easy, right? So ever since you guys collected that 34K deal, we've been kind of holding off and delaying things. Why is that?
Well, we've been waiting for the development of the new software, and we've just been doing a lot of outreach. We try not to do advertising. We make the companies do the advertising for us. So they'll tell other companies about us, they'll reach out to us, and we've been pretty much just having a lot of meetings with different clients and figuring out what they actually want, and structuring a better offer for them.
Yeah.
So we
So
do have multiple deals waiting to close right now for over 100,000, and we're just waiting to close about that.
crazy. And so at the time of recording this video, Brody mentioned they're waiting for the development of the software. So basically, we've been making like drastic improvements, like I said, reinvesting back into it to improve the quality. And that's what we've been doing while we're developing. We're working with Brody, Zoe, and the other partners to create these demos, these personalized ones, to give it to them so that we can pre-sell them. So this 34K and this 100K at this point, and making this video right now, at this stage, at this point in time, the software's already been developed, will be live. But at the moment of recording this, the 34K deal and the 100K waiting right now, that's on a pre-order, right? So you have to think about the leverage that they have. They're even giving this at like a discounted pre-order price where, okay, fulfillment's going to take a little bit longer. So you can only imagine once they have the leverage to actually go into the platform, do live calls, do live demos, right? Actually get them to play and test with it. The leverage that they're going to have to charge could be double, even triple what the prices that they're charging now. So, Brody, if I know this was obviously a major investment, especially at your age, in the beginning, before this crazy money started coming in. Obviously, before it was quite a large investment at your age. What would you say to somebody in a similar position, where they're on right on the edge, but they don't want to make that big, large, risky investment? What would you say?
Um, I tried lots of different types of businesses, as I said before, and they all went to shit. When I started diving into AI and I realized this is here to stay and this is the future, I knew I had to put all my chips in, and it was a steep investment at first. I was kind of scared going into it, especially the days setting up. I was like, I need to make this money back. I need to make this money back. That's why I closed the deal so fast, because I was doing crazy outreach to clients, and I was able to close such a quick deal.
Yeah, and that's one of the biggest things, right? Where the information that we give you, the offer that you're getting, it's inevitable that if you're putting in the work, then you're going to succeed, right? You are going to succeed. So it's just a matter of, okay, do you have that drive? And are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to put in the tough hours, the stress that it takes for starting up a business, right? Because if you are, that 9K, that initial investment, which is at the current price, Brody actually joined in at 8K. So we've been steadily increasing our prices and they're going to steadily keep going up. But that small investment, that, I mean, what seems to be as a large investment is going to be very, very small once your perspective of business changes when you sell an offer as attractive as this. Okay, so I think we're going to finish it off with one final question. I think it's the most important because it's a mindset question. Um, what does it feel like at 17 years old, right before struggling to, make just a couple $100, maybe a couple thousand in crypto and forex or whatever you're doing, at 17 to be making $34,000 deals and have over 100 grand in open-ended deals ready to go? Like, what does it feel like? What kind of energy are you feeling, or like what is your state of mind?
I had a vision going into this, and I knew that working hard would get me there. There was days where maybe sometimes I wouldn't do anything for the business, and I knew I could feel the energy. I feel bad energy because I wasn't putting in the work. But when you're doing the right things, your body will tell you that. And they got me to that point to get to 34K, and my mindset completely changed. I was in school. I was doing minimum wage jobs as a kid, and I can never ever go back to that after making such a huge amount of money, and more money is about to come in, and it's overwhelming, but I've been ready for it 100%.
Awesome. And we said that, so for our next testimonial right now they have the 100K in open-ended deals. Me and Brody spoke before, and we've been speaking. Like I said, we pretty much communicate every single day, multiple times a day with our partners. But we said we're gonna do a before and after. So basically, after this, we're gonna do a testimonial of in person when we're actually at the dinner. Once we've actually collected more than the 100K in deals, and we're gonna do like a transition like right here after this, and show you guys after. But anyways, I appreciate you for hopping on, coming here, Brody, taking your time to speak. Hopefully we save you some time in the future for people who want to reach out and ask questions. They can just watch this video instead. But yeah, take care, everyone. And if you have that last minute hesitation, just do it. Don't procrastinate. I think that's the biggest thing. AI is here to stay, but it's going to keep innovating. It's not going to be like this forever. So yeah, take care. Bye bye.